welcome everybody. Welcome. We are super excited. This is episode 7. It's like our baby. We are so excited about that and so happy that you are here with us.
Yes.
Yeah, you could have been anywhere, but you came here and we appreciate that.
Baby.
So today we're going to just continue to talk about, what's going on in the world, which we started last week and it was really good. And we want to just continue it to have this forum for you guys to be open to talk about how you feel, so you can hear how we feel, and let's just get into it. So my name is Tiffany and I am a jewel.
Hey sis.
What's up, Tiffany?
Okay, and I am, my bad. I'm Casey, and I am a jewel.
Hey,
You
Casey,
sure? Hey
girl.
sis.
Listen, okay, Casey be bringing the hair every week, honey. Okay?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes,
Let's see how long I can keep this up, all right? Changing my hair every week.
I love it.
While you can, you're doing it. That's it.
She's doing it.
That's it.
Right. While she can, she's doing it.
Slick all the time, honey. I'm Tiffany Nicole, guys. Tiffany Nicole
Hey,
here.
Hey,
Y'all
hey,
see my Black Lives Matter little logo.
Yes.
Right?
Love it.
Represent.
Love it.
Represent.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Hey.
Oh,
Get
you
your
shoulders
shoulder.
there.
Okay.
Do the
Whoa.
shoulders.
They're giving a lot of shoulders.
I do the shoulders. Hey. Hey y'all. Hey Jules. Hey family and friends. How y'all feeling out there?
Hey,
What's
sis.
going on? Tiffany Nicole, I love that sweater. I will be borrowing it next week, Thursday at 6 p.m. So just mail it to me.
Right.
Oh, yes.
Look up the hood. Yeah, look
Look
up
at
the
the
hood.
hoodie. Oh,
Hey.
yes.
Oh,
hey.
I love it.
Yes, let
I
them
love
know.
That is dope.
So,
Now that's
oh
dope.
my God, I love the color.
That's
Yes,
dopeness.
so guys, just so you know, I'm gonna wear that next week, Thursday. So if you see me in it, don't say nothing.
That's fine.
But anywho,
I think we
pass
all
it
gonna
on
wear
when
it next
you
week.
Pass it on when you're done. We gonna all share
Right.
that.
Oh my God. Anyway, it's your girl Sue from the Phoenix Jewels, and I'm here with you.
Hey, sis.
I'm super excited today. Black Lives Matter. You see the black though?
Yes.
Hey, we dressed in all black like the omens.
Hey, that's right. Well, as y'all know, it's your girl, Diva Drea of the Phoenix Jewels. I am a jewel. All right. And many of you tune in every week.
Jewel?
Hey. Many of you guys tune in wondering who are the Phoenix Jewels. And the Phoenix Jewels are 5 indispensable educated women. We represent beauty, class, strength, power, and intelligence, okay?
That's a
We are
fact.
sisters, first and foremost sisters. And the bonus, you know what the bonus is? We are business partners. That's the bonus. All
Yes,
day, every day, okay?
indeed.
That's right. So as y'all know, we started doing this fun fact segment. So let me tell y'all about this fun fact of the Phoenix Jewels. So as y'all may or may not know, we pretty much travel everywhere together. I mean, everywhere you think it, we do it. So we traveled to Vegas. Y'all remember that? We had a few trips to Vegas.
Yes.
This
Absolutely.
particular trip to Vegas,
Yes.
they happened to be a zip line. So there was a zip line from the highest point of the Rio to the lowest point of the Rio. So let me tell y'all about my sister, Tiffany Crafton. Tiffany Crafton was the first one ready to go. She was like, I got first, y'all. I'm up there. Like, I'm going before all y'all. We was like, yes.
We
go
just
ahead.
So
That's
we
what
thought.
I'm talking about.
lying.
Right? This is what I'm
I
talking
thought we just had a discussion about lying.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? This is the
All
how
right, you're not a liar, but that ain't the truth.
this is how I remember it, okay? My memory serves me correctly. Okay? Tiffany Crafton was the
Maria,
first
live your truth. Go ahead, live your truth, girl.
Thank you, sis. I'm living in my truth. Thank you, sis. She was the first one ready to go. First one ready to go. She was up those stairs of that building so quickly we couldn't even catch her. Okay, we were all out of breath when we got up there because she was ready up there, ready to go. And this chick chickened out. Can you believe it? She chickened out.
And she was the only one too.
First of all,
Chickened out. All by herself. Okay? She's the only one that chickened out. Let me tell you, the only one. All right? We all did it.
Shaking my head.
You know, but the
Oh,
MVP
what
of the
you
group,
got to say over there, Sue?
the MVP of the
Shaking my head.
MVP
I can't believe her.
was not her. It was us. Now let me stop playing. Let me stop playing.
Now, anybody that knows me know that ain't true. Okay?
Let me stop playing. No. So Tiffany Crafton was the first one was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not going. We're like, what? Come on, sis. Come on. We all going. Like, we got this.
We all going.
Okay, we all going. We got this together. We sisters. This is what we do. Anyway, sis decides to not even come upstairs to give us even moral support.
Nope.
She stayed in the
Come
room.
outside.
I mean, not
Didn't
even
come and
give
watch.
us
Yo, she left us
moral
hanging.
support. All right, she was
said
just
she
like,
was
y'all
gonna watch
got
from the
that
room.
by yourselves. So the four of us decided we gung ho. We like, I mean, I've ziplined before. We've all ziplined. We're ready. We can do this, of
We
course.
can do this.
On the way up, a certain someone not wearing black today, you know,
Everybody can see who's not wearing
Freaking
black
out.
today.
Hey, who's not wearing black today, huh? Oh, okay. I see not wearing black.
She raised the camera.
so a certain person not wearing black today starts freaking out. We're not even upstairs yet. They start freaking out, which freaks the other two of us out, except for one.
Oh,
Blame
so-
me.
Oh, wait,
To the
she
MVP
got
though. I'm getting to the
frustrated.
MVP
Okay.
part. Like,
Blame me.
just
Why don't you?
hang in there with me. So this particular individual is just freaking out. You know, we still going. You know, the four of us trudging up there. We get up there. We're like, well, let's watch before we go. We look, and let me tell you, it's this chair lift that's taking you across. The part of it that's super scary is there's nothing. There's no handles. There's no chair handles. It's just a chair. And
Yeah.
You
open
hardly
space.
even strapped in, honestly.
Right.
Right. You barely strapped in. So that already freaks all of us out. I don't know about anybody else, but my legs were gone. They were shaking. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when you was over. That's when you were done.
Yeah. I
When you
started
saw it, you
shaking.
was
It was
like,
in my head. I was like, nah, I can't do that. Because for me, like, I would have been willing to do it had I at least had handles. Like, give me some handlebars, at least, and strap me in a little tighter. But I couldn't do it. So, I tried until the end to, gain my composure to go, but I just couldn't do it. Tiffany Nicole was out. She was like, I'm sorry, it ain't happening.
Yeah. It was a
Casey
wrap
was
for
out.
me.
She was like, nope, I was still hanging in there. I hung in for dear life as long as I could, but I couldn't do it. But the MVP of
The
this story,
MVP.
okay, the MVP that went by herself. And let me just say, although we didn't go with her, we stayed for moral support like somebody else. I'm just saying, all right?
First of all, don't be trying to throw me
We
under the
stayed
bus when
for moral
y'all didn't go,
support.
y'all all didn't
Okay.
even go and do it.
And
We
supported
went
the
up there though.
MVP.
We was there.
Sue was the MVP.
I was there in support in
Sue
the
went by herself.
Shout out to Sue.
So low.
I was like this
Shout
from the
out to my
window.
sister Sue.
Shout out to
Sue
Sue.
the one for us that was there to support her. Okay. Sue Power. Sue
I was
Power.
supporting
Okay.
her in the room. I
Yes.
was manning the
Yeah,
room.
Sue did the dang thing, and then she was like, "It wasn't even that bad. We
Yeah,
should
she
have
said it
went."
wasn't bad, but
But,
I,
whoa.
just
Right,
couldn't
you
get
forgot
over
the most
that.
important part. You forgot the pop off queen was tight. She was mad at us for not going with her. She
She
was
was tight.
mad.
Yeah, she was really
Me?
mad at us
Sue,
because we
Yes.
didn't go.
Sue the
I
pop
don't
off
remember
queen.
She was really
Yes.
Pop off
upset.
queen. The firecracker? The
believe
firecracker.
that.
The fight.
Believe
Oh,
Firecracker,
first of all, I am not the
number one.
firecracker. Miss 4th of July over there, who was scared. That's 4th of July. She is the firecracker. Independence Day is coming. Okay? Pop, pop it up, pop, 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 pop. Okay? But no, I don't remember being mad at y'all.
Oh, you was
I'm
mad.
like, big mad or little
No,
mad?
you were mad, sis. Sis,
You
you
was
said
mad.
you were
Oh,
mad.
dang, I'm sorry. But at the end of the day, first of all, let me just tell y'all, because Drea did give y'all the version, but she gave y'all the long version. Let me give you the short version. The short version of the matter is we saw it. It was like, we want to do something adventurous, do something fun. We
Yes.
looked up and was like, oh, shoot, the zip line, because the zip line for the Rio was like, it's really, really high. Like, I don't know if you guys,
It
whoever been to
is.
Vegas
It
and
was-
you've seen the buildings, they are like freaking sky rocket high. So first of all, I was scared too. Low key, I was scared too. We get up there and we like, yo, this shit look dangerous. It's high as a motherfucker. Like, what we gonna do? So I'm like, you know what? I'm still gonna go. I came on this way. I'm gonna go. And plus, I like stuff like that. I like zip lining, like
I love
all of
zip
that
lining.
crazy
I just
stuff I like to
couldn't
do. So I went up there and I ended up going with the person that worked there because that's the only person that was gonna go with me because
Right.
Tiffany Nicole, Kesey, and Drea was scared. They was like, no, sis, you on your own. I don't know, but I'm gonna record you though. I'm gonna record you. I'm gonna be right here waiting on the other side. So I got on the zip line.
We got
from
videos.
One high rise to
Right.
the other and came back. So like it was an experience. It was fun. If you guys ever go to Vegas, check it out. It's amazing. But go with friends who's down. Don't go with friends for one that's gonna stay in the room and the other three gonna be scared. But nah.
Look,
Wait.
no,
But nah,
I
it
didn't
was
know I was
fun.
gonna be
It was
scared.
fun. My girls held me down. They took videotape and
Yes.
they recorded it and they were like clapping for me. They was there more. They
Yes.
was there in
We were
spirit.
proud of you,
But they
sis.
was
We were
I
proud
was
of
in
you.
the spirit too from the
They
room.
was scared.
Lies,
They was
Ted.
I
scared.
didn't know my leg
I was
gonna
at
get
the
out
window, like-
on the steps. I didn't know.
Did you guys
alright?
feel
Did she say
her
at the
spirit from the
window?
room? I
You know
didn't.
what? I'm
I didn't feel her
clocking out.
spirit from the room.
That's enough.
Did y'all? I didn't. The spirit was non-existent.
Where our room, how our room was, you can see
The
You
zip
can
line go
see.
from building
She
to building.
alive.
Did you say you was in the window?
in
Look
the
at-
window like
Can't even-
this.
Can't even see her.
She definitely was mine.
Oh, that's
I know
that's
she
the new
wasn't.
one, sis.
But she could have if she wanted to be, but she wasn't. Mm-mm.
Right.
Like Kiki said, but she wasn't.
No, she wasn't. You're
All
right about
right,
that.
all right, but you know, that's our little fun fact for the
That got me
day.
crying.
Yes.
That is our
Bring
fun-
y'all in.
that is our fun fact.
We
Absolutely.
just
Wait,
wanted
in
to
one
love
second. Anthony Petaway wants to know, where did you get that hoodie from?
Oh, Anthony, Nike actually gave me this hoodie. I'm not sure if they're selling it on the website. I can check, and if I find it, I'll send it. I'm not sure, but it's from Nike. So that's the only place I got it from. They gave it
That's
to me.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Amazing.
We definitely all need to know where that is.
Yes.
All of us want it.
That was
Well, I'm not going to Nike.
That was a
I'm going
fun
right to
fact,
Tiffany's
Rhea.
house, and that's gonna be my
Guys,
sweater,
I wanna see
and
y'all more.
that's it. I'm not even going to Nike. I'm just gonna come over and get it from
You can
Tiffany
come over.
Nicole,
Heard you.
and I
I'm
appreciate
blaming
it.
you.
Thanks. It's mine now, guys. So if you want to borrow it, it's now going to be at my place. No.
Okay. I got next
But
dibs
you
after you then,
guys,
sis.
I
Yep.
really
All right,
got
ladies.
it. The fun fact made me just miss it
So,
more. 'Cause
we're
we
gonna-
definitely had a good time in Vegas.
Yeah.
That was a fun
Agreed.
trip.
Yeah.
It definitely
we did.
was.
It really was.
We lived our best lives out in Vegas.
Oh, my eyes itching. Excuse me, guys. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So we're gonna
Right
go ahead
there.
and jump right in to the topic. It's part 2 of Black Lives Matter.
Oh, Spencer said to find a 3X. Okay, Spencer, thank you. I will try and look for one for
Spencer.
you. Hi,
Said
Spence.
what?
We love
Hey,
you, Spence.
Hey, Spence.
Hey, Spence, how you doing? So,
What?
so we're gonna go ahead and jump right into our topic, which I am super duper excited about. Is Black Lives Matter 2. And
Yep.
you know, we wanted to give y'all
Continue.
fun facts and like, you know, lighten up the mood or whatever. But now we're about to dig in deep because Black lives is what matters. It's always what matters. It always have matter and always will matter. So with that being said, we're gonna jump into part 2 of this thing. You know, I was talking to my girls during the week, and you know, I brought to their attention, which they already know, but you know, we talk all day, every day. And so I brought to their attention, I'm like, yo, I was looking at this post, you know, we were talking about, you know, brand ambassadors and influencers on Instagram. So, you know, like the people who get paid to model on Instagram and like, you know, have like hundreds of thousands of followers, millions of followers, and support. And if they have a brand or something, they'll put support Black businesses. But then you look on their page and if you don't know what's going on in the world today, you must be under a rock, right?
Right.
So I was reading like the comments, how, you know, we had the Blackout Tuesday and all social media was supposed to be on pause, where you didn't post any selfies, you didn't post any like pictures of yourself, no promotion for your brands or anything like that, just like a blackout picture to acknowledge the movement and support the injustice what's going on with Black lives, right? So I just so happened to be on Instagram scrolling, and I was on this brand ambassador page, one of the people that I follow. I like all of her stuff. You know, I support her as well. I'm not going to mention her name. I'm not going to throw her under the bus. But, you know, I'm looking under the comments and I'm like, wow, people are so mad at her. But I didn't really know why they were mad at her. So I start digging and looking at the comments. And like people are like, oh, you messed up. You so foul. You want to post, you know, support Black businesses. You want people to buy your items, but you didn't even post the blackout picture for the Blackout Tuesday. You're not supporting this matter. You're not acknowledging the fact that George Floyd just passed away. You're not even acknowledging our lives are being taken. You're not supporting the movement. So why should we support you? And that resonated with me because I was like, whoa, damn, you know, I thought they was being a little bit harsh, but I'm like, you know what, they're right. because you look a little bit crazy as a Black person in America, number one, posting your things for people to buy, saying support Black businesses, but you are not supporting us. So if you want to support, you got commenters. But what do you ladies think, and how do you feel about it?
Well, for me, I feel like, of course, a lot of businesses are gonna, I mean, some are probably contributing in other ways. Just because you don't post don't mean you're not on board with the cause. You know, they could have been donating money or something. But I do agree that if you're an influencer and you know you have a certain amount of followers and people are looking up to you and looking at you all the time, even if posting is not your thing, you should post just so that you can, you just basically doing your part. It's like you making sure they know you doing your part. Even if you're not one of those flashy people that want to say, look, I donated 1,000 or I donated 10 million,
right?
But you can still at least your audience on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, wherever your audience is, just so they know that they have your that you have their back. You can't
like you're acknowledging it.
You can't just post your shirt like come support Black business and you didn't show them that you supporting us as well. Just because
this is the thing with that. This is the thing. No, I do not agree with people having to post that they donated or having to post everything that they do.
Right.
But if you are an influencer, if you are someone who posts every day, all day, 2, 3, 4 times a day, you post every single day. And then we have this movement and we have this going on in the world and you don't post it. Now, even if Blackout Tuesday came along, there was a lot of people on my timeline who did not post. They did not post a Black square. They did not post anything. They just did not post. But the very next day picked up business as usual, like nothing happened. To me, that's a problem because the fact that you post every day, you are an active Instagram user. How dare you not, unless you just not with it, you don't care about Black lives. How dare you not post something about the situation that's going on?
Correct.
So therefore, yes, people gonna come at you hard because there are a lot of people who support you. And then they see you don't support them in turn because they're a Black person. Even if you're not Black, they're a Black person. And they see you don't even comment on the situation. Now it's like, I'm looking at you funny. So a lot of people take that to heart. At the end of the day, I say this all the time, celebrities, they might have signed up just to, they love to sing, they love to act, they love to this, and they got this fame. With fame comes responsibility. Even as an influencer, you are now Instagram famous. A responsibility comes with that. So you can't just brush over important matters that are going on when the whole world is consumed with it and you don't say nothing. That says a lot about you in a very negative way. So at the end of the day, you do not have to post every day, all day about this, but you should show something like, hey, I'm here for you. I'm with you. Be present in the moment of what's going on in the world. Don't just act like it's not going on. So that's my take on that.
I think a lot of people,
that's their responsibility. They don't, like you said, they don't have to show, look, I'm donating and every little thing that they're doing, but they need to show some type of, look, I'm here for you and I'm here with you. They need to.
Yeah, I think a lot of people choose to kind of like, brush it to the side and skirt the issue and hope it will go away so that they hopefully won't have to post or let someone know their views on what's happening, which is not the way to go. If you are an influencer, whether influencer or not, you know what I mean? I mean, yes, influencer comes with a responsibility, agreed. But just in general, just have a heart. If you're human, you should at least be posting because, I mean, this George Floyd situation, and Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery and all the others have had to touch you in some way, shape, or form. So I feel if you try to educate the masses on what they may not be aware of, is what you can do. You don't have to go out there and protest, but you can absolutely show your support. Like I notice a lot of in my inbox, a lot of companies, Target and the rest of them are putting out these statements. I believe it's Target that may be donating like $10 million to, I think it's Black businesses. I think. So
Target.
Say that again.
I thought Target was the one that was in support of whatever the cops wanted to do.
No, I don't think it was Target. I think.
I mean, that's what I saw, but okay.
Okay, so let's not quote businesses.
Okay.
We don't
Anyway,
know if that's
right.
what they did. Let's
Right.
come with
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
We
we
don't,
not even.
we don't want to
it's
big up
fine.
somebody.
One of the
who
big
ain't with us.
companies
They don't
then.
need no
One of the
plugs.
big companies.
One of the
Yeah,
big
they don't
companies.
need no
Okay.
plugs. They got enough plugs.
Exactly.
Right.
One of the
I
big
wanna-
companies then.
Well, Spencer said that it was the wrong time for Blackout Tuesday. While we have the momentum, we should turn up.
Agreed.
I wanted to comment on that because most people still to this day didn't know what Blackout Tuesday really meant.
Yes.
It didn't mean don't post anything. It meant don't post frivolous things. Don't post a selfie.
Yes.
Don't post your food. Don't post your usual. Don't post a TikTok. It want you to post things that related to the cause. Post what's
Absolutely.
going on in the street. Post something that's going to educate about Black Lives Matter. Post something that you know, these videos that you see that
Raise
post,
awareness.
Right.
post
Yes.
awareness, right? Post where they can donate. Post where, you know, just stuff that's going on. That's what Blackout
Yes.
Tuesday was for. That means if you're posting, you posting about everything Black Lives Matter. You posting everything that white supremacy is doing that they shouldn't be doing. You
Mhm.
posting
Shedding light
anything
on things.
that's bringing awareness. It don't mean don't post nothing. Now that's why
Right.
people were so upset when nobody posted anything, especially the influencers, because they're like, all right, then you don't support this. Some people didn't have nothing to say, so they just posted the black square to try to show, you know,
They're
hey,
with
I'm
us.
with you. But that's a regular average Joe, and I guess that's
But this was my thing with Black Lives
Blackout Tuesday really meant.
Blackout Tuesday. This is what happened to me. I had no clue that there was going to be a Blackout Tuesday.
Same.
When on Monday, I ain't seen nothing about it. I had no
Right.
clue. I woke up
Like most
Tuesday
people.
morning and I looked on Instagram. I'm seeing black squares, Blackout Tuesday. I'm like, wait, what? So instantly I hit our Jules chat. Like, wait a minute, what's going on, ladies? What is this? And Sue let me know what's going on. I'm like, okay, cool, thank you. And then after that, I didn't just go off of what Sue said, even though I know Sue know what she's talking about. I then investigated and researched myself.
Self.
Why?
Correct.
Because I do not follow masses. I am not going to sit up there and now post the black square, not
Right.
knowing what it is,
Exactly.
put hashtag Black Lives
Exactly.
Matter when you're not supposed to. No, I looked into exactly what it was and what it stood for. And I seen, oh, you're supposed to post information that has to do with the movement. So with that, I put my black square up, but then I also found something as I'm scrolling through that I felt like needed to be said. So I just screenshotted that. I put that up on my page and my story was everything Black Lives Matter, everything,
Exactly.
whatever. So at the end of the day, the reason why there was confusion is because a lot of people probably seen what I saw and followed suit.
And just
And
jumped
a
on
lot
the
of people
bandwagon.
who had no clue what it was were putting it up. There were people who were putting it up who wasn't even
The
in
hashtag.
support of it because they just got on Instagram and, oh, this is what's going on. And then
Right.
once again, you have people that maybe they weren't for the movement at all and they just didn't do nothing for the day because they didn't want nobody to call them out. But the next day
Mhm.
popped back up like normal. And that's when I was like, oh no, you gotta go,
Right.
you gotta go, you gotta
Yeah,
go.
that to me
Spencer
is
replied.
why.
Yeah, I wish there was more awareness around it.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
Mr.
Tiffany
replies.
Nicole, what are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on this topic?
So I agree with Spence in the way where I'm sorry, Spencer. In the way where I felt like I agree with both of you. If you're not aware of what's going on, then in your mind you're thinking that it's taking away from the cause, it's taking away from what we should be doing. We should be, you know, digging this in like in everybody's head, like we should be out there. So I do get that, Spence. But everyone should have, you know, looked into it and seen like what is everyone doing this for, so that
Yep,
way
I
we
did.
can all be in solidarity and everyone can
Right.
forward and then, you know, go for the cause. So I do get both. But I don't think it's right to see something, see what's going on and just assume what it is without doing your research.
Yeah, and that's what most people do in general. I feel like
Right.
they don't do the background research.
Everybody's too lazy to do the back work and do the
Yep,
research.
yep.
Like, he
They want you to
responded.
tell them.
He responded. He responded, and he said he only said that because he was told that they were just trying to basically cause confusion and lies. And it's true. There were people that really wanted to drown out Black Lives, hashtag Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
So they wanted you to post a square and put hashtag Black Lives Matter. But for everyone, if they did their research and understood what it was, they would know that not to put the hashtag and
Right.
just put hashtag Blackout Tuesday. You know, so again, it all goes into educating ourselves, and that's with everything. At the end of the day, even in school, they don't teach us Black history, not real Black history. So we have to educate ourselves and educate our children, or we're going to be in this circle of just confusion all the time. It's crazy that right now, how many 18, 19, 20-year-olds are just now finding out what's going on
about the struggle,
what our Black history was because of this. You understand? Like some people really just now, like, oh my God, I didn't know that. 25-year-olds, oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like most people don't even know Central Park wasn't always Central Park.
Right.
They don't understand that was a whole Black community.
Right.
Like stuff like that bothers me, but I can't get mad at the person that don't know because they just don't know. But I get mad when a person don't know and don't care to educate themselves.
Educate themselves.
Well, the problem with that is a lot of our Black history and people that are not Black feel like, not all, but some feel like, you know, I wasn't taught this in school, so one, maybe it's not important, or two, it's not my history, I don't need to know about it. When in all reality, yes, it is a part of your history. You do need to know this. Just the way how we learned about stupid Christopher Columbus and all the lies, our history should have been in text as well. So luckily for us, you know, we actually went and studied and researched and found out about our history, because if not, we definitely wasn't taught about it. You know what I mean?
Come on now,
and like, even for me, like that was my minor. Black study was my minor. Like I was so intrigued to know about myself, my history, where I came from, till I actually studied it in college. So if you're not doing that, taking an extra mile to learn about yourself, you will be surprised how many people I have a conversation with. And I'm like, well, this is what happened. And this is what happened. They're like, oh, what? Stop playing. You what? Get out of here. And I'm like, we're in 2020 and you didn't know that? Like, are you kidding me? You know, but our history is so hidden. It's so many layers. It's so hidden. It's nowhere to be found unless you want to find it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's really sad. But I guess we can just like bring it back around to, you know, that's another part of the reason why I feel like people should be raising awareness on Instagram, especially if we have a platform, small or big, whether it's on Facebook, small or big, whether it's on Twitter, platform, small or big. Our job, especially if you're a Black person or a human being, and you see like it's such a huge injustice issue in the world today, because it affects all of us. And I think that's what people don't understand. Like when we was on curfew, it wasn't just Black folk on curfew. It was the world on curfew. Like it was the city that was on curfew, white or Black. So while you in your corner, like, oh, this don't affect me, I don't need to make a post about it or let people know about it or support it, you're affected too. Because when we were on lockdown and we were in quarantine, it wasn't a Black and white thing. It was everybody. When our government said you have to be in the house by 8, we got a city curfew, you was in the house by 8 too. So this issue definitely affected everyone. So we need to move as such. It affects everybody. Once it affects everybody, it makes everybody uncomfortable, then I think change will come. But definitely if you have a platform, whether it's on Instagram or not, you should be acknowledging the fact that you're aware about it and, you know, raising awareness. But in the fact that people don't, that's the problem.
Everybody, well, the thing is to open-minded to learning each other's culture, because it's more than just Black lives. White lives is all lives. We all need to know each other and respect each other's culture. That's the only way we're gonna move forward. Correct. You understand what I'm saying? So we can see through their eyes and their perspective, and they can see through our eyes and our perspective. It'll be a much better world. But it's like you can't just look through your own eyes and say, well, this is how it is, and that's it, and that's all. You know, like we all need to respect each other's culture and understand each other's culture. We should learn each other's culture and know what it is, then we wouldn't be here. You know, we wouldn't have to say Black Lives Matter, because if all lives really mattered, we would never have to say Black Lives Matter.
Exactly. You know and our lives haven't mattered forever, so it's about time.
Correct. It's definitely when you have like a diverse group of friends, like it's your duty as well to have conversations with them. At this time, for sure. I definitely believe that you need to know who you're around, who you're surrounding yourself with, who you call friend. So you got to see how they move and how they act in situations like this. And you need to have those type of discussions with them. And also, one thing I don't like, I had to tell someone this. They were overwhelmed because they are not Black. And they have all these white friends who are coming to them because they're smart to educate them on the situation that's going on. and this person was feeling overwhelmed because they felt like it was their duty that they had to do this. And I was like, if you don't point them to a website, if you don't point, like, I'm just like, it's not your job to do all the research for them, because how are they going to learn? You have to, if you really want to know something, you are going to do the research yourself, right? I'm like, point them in the right direction. That's all you got to do. It's not your responsibility to take on this and be overwhelmed, because you literally, he just constantly trying to gather information to bring back to all his friends. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, no. Point like this is what you need to read. This is what you need to look at. Scroll through Instagram. Matter of fact, hashtag Black Lives Matter. Scroll through that hashtag. You're gonna learn some stuff. Like, you're gonna see what's going on. You're gonna relate.
The fact that you don't know that is a problem.
Yeah, but I'm just like, you clearly, like, how dare you even assign someone to do your work? Like, at the end of the day, if you really want to know, if you really want an understanding, then you go out and you get that understanding and you learn. Exactly. It's not one person's responsibility. But I do feel if you have people around you, you know, I mean, I'm not saying you take on, like, now you're their teacher, but you can point them in the right direction. Yeah. I tell people all the time, like, look, if you can't do, like, I don't have patience. So I usually don't deal with people who aren't smart enough or for some reason don't want to, or lazy, I guess you could say, don't want to figure out stuff for themselves. So for me, I'll give you something, look into that. And if you can't,
it's most of the time though, they're lazy. It boils down to laziness most of the time. Yep. Hands down. You're right about that. It's most times it's laziness. You know, they want you to do all the groundwork.
A lot of Black people don't even know the history. And it's like, that's sad as well. It's like, just go ahead and educate yourself, you know? A lot
you
of
have to. That's the only way you're gonna learn.
If they really sit back and educate themselves, they will look at things so differently. Because nobody's a native in America. Let's be clear. Okay, this don't belong to nobody but the Native Americans that was here. It don't belong to us. It don't belong to the white people. Like, most people just don't know that. They just think, okay, we white and this, everybody's Black. At the end of the day, we one race. They really go and look it up. We are one race. Human. Okay, the ones that move further from the equator, if y'all didn't know, they were just born and bred lighter and lighter. Okay, so I hope I ain't hurt anybody's feelings, but you're not white, you're Black. You're just light. You're just light Black. Okay.
Oh Lord, girl.
Get me started.
That's
a whole. Say it again. No time for that one.
Don't get me started. Say it again. I be hot on this topic because I just don't understand it. I just don't get
time for that one.
My thing is, when it comes down to racism, what bothers me the most is that we all human. If you want to separate us with colors, fine. Green, purple, blue, whatever. At the end of the day, we all human. Okay, we all have a heartbeat. How can you actually hurt another human being? Someone, you can say you love yourself, you love your family. You don't think that person loved themselves and love their family? How can you not care for someone else that love their family and family loves them? Like, how, that's so inhumane. So that part right there is just what bothers me the most. When you can see a human being hurt another human being, can take their life like it's like a piece of trash,
nothing.
like, throw it away. Like, how can you do that to another human being and don't feel no way about it and go home and sleep well at night? There's something wrong with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy to me.
Anthony asked, are we going to black out the 4th of July?
Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely not supporting anything, but I think it should be more than one day.
Yep.
Okay,
I think it should be the whole daggone weekend.
The whole week. Sure.
Just like I feel like the Blackout Tuesday should be more than one Tuesday. It should be an ongoing thing. I don't feel like Blackout Tuesday should have been one day either. You know, I feel like we need to set things in stone and keep it going, like not just a little portion, like just a day or two.
Once a month or something. But at the end of the day, you can still, you own your own page. Your own, you the master of your own Instagram and social media. So you can post it. You can post it every day. Nobody's stopping you. You know, I know I've been
absolutely.
That's the only thing I post now, because it's like if you don't learn, you're gonna learn today. You ain't know yesterday, but you're gonna learn today. Right? If not, then unfollow, delete and unfollow. I'm fine with that.
Exactly.
We got some Facebook comments. Hey guys. Hey Ebony. Hey Danny.
Hey Ebony.
Hi. They're quoting us. Danny said, "You're not white, you're Black." They ain't ready.
That's it. That's it. White, you're Black. So Spencer said Breonna Taylor does not get enough credit.
I agree.
And I totally agree as well. Absolutely. When I first heard of Breonna Taylor, I had to do my research because I only heard the short end of it, that, you know, it was a crossfire thing. So I'm just like, but that wasn't racism. You know, I don't understand what's the problem here. I had to really research and look through it to really get the good story on it. And at the end of the day, they was at the wrong house. Let's be clear. They did a no knock warrant. They had a no knock warrant.
No knock warrant.
I feel like no knock warrants need to not exist.
Need to be outlawed completely. That's ridiculous that it's even still
the
exists.
right house, and you know for sure it's the right house. You should always have to knock on that door, because who knows who came to visit that person in the past 24 hours, and you bust in with a weapon and kill a kid. So it should never be a no knock warrant. But that's beside the point.
Exactly.
Oh no.
They bust in her house, and that was the wrong house. The people they were looking for is already locked the hell up. So my thing is, who didn't really do their job? She shouldn't have got shot. It wouldn't have been a crossfire situation had they did their job right. So I do believe her name should be written in a hashtag, and we should be honoring her and praising her, and they should be held accountable for what they did. I know it wasn't a race thing in the sense of let's go kill this black woman. No, but it still was a race situation where they wouldn't have done that to a white person. I'm sorry.
And they haven't apologized.
On a white man's
they
door.
have not apologized.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been a no knock warrant on a white man's door. So I would still consider it a race thing. And the fact that they just bust in, that man had every right, or she had every right to shoot first. Because
you can protect your home.
Right, I'm protecting my home. Somebody busting in my house. This is why you should always knock on the door.
And that's why they should knock and announce
This is exactly why they should knock on the door.
Knock and announce yourself. That's crazy.
They don't want to knock and announce themselves because that's a part of the problem. And that's a part of the plan.
And I'm just kind of like, when are they going to arrest? When are they going to arrest those officers? Like, they haven't done anything yet. I'm like, I need them to move.
Because they
need to expedite that quickly. Like, it's taking way too long.
They're trying to let bygones be bygones. It's one of those.
No, it's not bygones. A life was lost.
That was they
said, oops.
That's ridiculous. No oops. No oops. You can't get the life back.
Out of here.
You can't get the life back. No. That's out. That's ridiculous.
And just like you see how it happened so fast, and the first thing they did was arrest her boyfriend.
Right.
They didn't say, well, let's figure it out. And then if it add up, we arrest them. No, they arrest him first.
And they lied to her mother too. Lied to her mother.
It don't make no sense. And it's sad. And she was an essential worker, doing her job on her duty every damn day, like any other hardworking African American, and then lost her life for what? For what? So if I hear
because she was in her house,
talk about why it wasn't a race thing. Yes, it was. It was race. It was stupid judgment.
Of course, it was a race thing, and it still is.
Come on. That's what it boils down to. At the end of the day,
the way how the case is being taken care of, it's still a race thing.
Ever.
Yeah,
it's always a race thing.
I really hope that
a race thing when it comes to law
to her family, because it's ridiculous. I mean,
please.
You know, I really hope so.
Comments.
We do have comments. Francis said that they arrested the boyfriend because he returned fire.
Mm-hmm.
But did he shoot at the cop? Now, I'm not saying this now. I don't know if this is later. Did he find the cop or shoot him or something like that?
I don't hear you, Tiff. What happened?
Yeah, what she said?
Breonna Taylor's boyfriend. Did he shoot the cop that shot her?
Yeah, he returned fire.
No,
not then.
Fire. He shot first. The boyfriend actually
because they busted in.
They bust in. They were sleeping. They didn't knock. All they hear is somebody busting their house. He came out with the gun. Of course, she came as well, and he shot because all you see is somebody coming in your house. He didn't see police officers. Like, he saw intruders. So he shot. His bullet only hit the man's leg. Thankfully, he didn't shoot the man.
They shouldn't have done that in the beginning.
They opened fire like 20 rounds, and 8 of them went inside.
Which is ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Like,
I mean, if you want to put yourself in the police officer's shoes, the other ones, they were turning fire because they know somebody shots was fired. But my thing is, you still bust in somebody's house without any warning. Give a person a chance.
Anyone with that's someone's natural reaction. I mean, if any of us are sleeping and we own a gun and somebody busts in there,
has a gun in their house and are able to protect their house, they hear a commotion, they're getting their gun out. Yeah. That's why there should not be a situation where they can just bust up in your house, because people are going to end up dead because you are allowed to have guns in your house. I don't know if every state like that. There's something you got to sign or whatever. I don't know every state, but like right now I'm in the state of Maryland. I know you can be licensed to purchase a gun to own a gun in your house, and you can protect your house. You can even protect your house if somebody is trying to come in, you shoot, and they start running out your house, you can still shoot. And they teach you to shoot to kill, just like they teach cops to shoot to kill. They teach you to shoot to kill. So because this is a situation, why are cops allowed to just bust into a house and start shooting when you know it's going to end up being a situation? It's something like this just doesn't make sense when you think about it like that. Like, oh, somebody busted my house, I'm gonna get my gun out and start shooting. But these are cops, I don't know this. They're going to come in and start shooting because they hear gunfire.
That's right.
How is this going to end up good? It's just not. So something right there has to be done. This makes no sense.
They know exactly what they're doing.
And I remember years ago.
I'm not saying they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm saying when you think of it like that, something has to be done. That does not make sense.
Yeah, something has to be done. But the thing about it is when it's our people, they drag their feet, which something has to be done. Right? Because the goal is to take us out. That's the goal.
Absolutely.
And we have so many odds against
that
us.
Moment.
It's terrible.
I'm talking about the fact that because you are allowed to defend your house and they are just allowed to come in there and start shooting just because.
Right.
We're like, how can we win? How can anybody win in that situation?
We set up
so that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the race in that point.
No, I understand exactly what you're talking about. I'm just saying, like from their view, they're hot mess. That's what I'm saying. Hotmess.com. But Keisha, you want to go ahead and touch on the second topic with the
I remember you letting us know what was going on from your view. Further than I didn't even want to bring it up because I'm like, I'm bringing it all the way back to the beginning.
We can go on.
Deep,
and then the comments got us going.
But this is me like, oh nope, not time, not time yet. All right. No, so I wanted to bring it back to the Instagram situation. So as far as businesses who now are coming out with official statements about they're going to change and this and that. So I know one business that I just recently started to follow. I saw that they did Blackout Tuesday. And not only did they put the Black Square, but they also said they're using that time to reflect and figure things out. They came back the next day. They came back the next day. And now they had somewhat of a plan, like the beginning of their plans. And one of them was to work with more Black makeup artists, Black photographers, hire more Black models, this, that, whatever. It was on and on and on, but those are the ones that definitely stuck out to me. And then, of course, comments be lit on Instagram. So I go to the comments like, okay, what do people think about this?
Yes.
And the first comment I seen was somebody like, oh, really? So now you're going to do this? So that means there was a problem before, right? So now they were going off and going in. And I was just thinking, well, so are we going to be mad at the people who are actually trying to adjust now? Right. Clearly they know there's a problem because we have now put it in their face. And don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean they didn't know a problem was going on before. But now they know they absolutely have to do something about it. And now they're coming to you, saying what they're going to do, and they're trying to put plans in place, and you're still going to complain. So my thing is, like, how do y'all feel about that? Like, for me, I feel, well, we should allow them to show and prove. I'm not saying they put the statement up and now like, oh, let me go spend my money because they support us. No, I'm not saying go spend your money now, but I'm saying now you can watch them. If you like their stuff, like, okay, I'm gonna keep my eye on you. Like for me, I commented, thank you. I appreciate you putting a plan into place. I will be watching to see if this actually happens.
Yep.
That was it. For me, I'm like, thank you for acknowledging, but some people like, nope, that's not good enough. And it's like, well, when people finally decide to change, are we still gonna give them hell for changing?
Right. I feel like go ahead, sis.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Drea.
No, go ahead.
I feel like if everybody, we all have our own moments of when we wake up.
Yes.
Right? Wake up at 5 in the morning, some wake up at 6 in the morning. You know
Right.
So with that being said, I understand it can be a little rough and hard for even someone like me to look at a brand that didn't give a shit yesterday, but then today give a shit.
Right.
I gotta realize that everybody wake up at different times.
Trying to improve.
I can't say I was always woke. I had to wake up at some point, and now it's time for them. So I have to give them that time to wake up and understand this is what's going on. Let me do my part. And I wouldn't be mad at them. Like I said, I will hold back, and it's just knowing what it is. You got to be like realistically. We all don't wake up at the same time. So I will give them that chance to do what they have to do. But I also feel like, on the other hand, a lot of brands are probably just pretending to wake up just so that money don't stop, you know? And that's
True
what
too.
bothers me. And it's like, now you just don't know. So the only thing you can do, like you said, was just, all right, thank you for recognizing and realizing and waking up, but I'm gonna watch you. And see, you know?
I'm not spending my money on you tomorrow.
Right. You
The
guys
true colors are gonna show. Because if you're not real about this, I'm gonna see it in a month. I'm gonna see it in 2 months. That you're not really about what you said you was about, and then I was
exactly.
You know,
I'm seeing it.
I completely agree with both of you.
I go to your page and I don't see.
Yeah,
oh, okay,
exactly.
Yeah, you want that bullshit? You know, like
I completely agree with both of you. I mean, you know, just like you said, people wake up at different times. Agreed. I mean, I feel like it's about putting your money where your mouth is. So if you said this is what you're going to do, then we as Black people, you know, have to put them to the test. We have to see if they're going to show up now and do what they said, right? So all those brands are saying, oh, we're going to do this and we're doing that. And okay, we are the ones that have to hold them accountable. I mean, shoot, make a list. We can make a list of all of them and make sure we reach out to them in a month, 2 months from now, you know, to make sure that, hey, you said blah, blah, blah. So we are 5 models. All right. We'd love to represent your brand. What's up? What's up? All different shapes and sizes. What's good?
I love it. Hold them accountable and apply that pressure.
Like, that's how I would hold them accountable, is to put like, hey, this is it. This is us. We're a group, the Phoenix Jewels. Here we go. Boop. Take that. What are you gonna do now? That was another
thing I was thinking of too. Just like, okay, well, I'm available, or whoever, tag all your Black models, Black photographers, Black this, that you know. Like, hey, let's see if you actually, even if you don't work with them, I'm gonna need to know that you work with somebody, like not somebody, but like Black people. Like, you say you're gonna do this, but let's see it. So absolutely. And there's some brands that's even tagging, like that's saying, you know, Black owned businesses, tag below, Black models, Black creators, Black this, tag below. Okay, great. You tagging below.
But then what?
Now what?
Right. Exactly. And that's the thing. It's like, we have to hold them accountable. That's just it, the bottom line across the board. Because they're hoping, some of them, not all of them, that we forget. They're hoping that we forget, that we're not going to follow up and follow through. But I promise them, we are. We're going to follow up.
Yeah, I mean, another thing with that is too, like, I get both sides. I understand both sides, you know, like, I get it. Like, I get that you know, they want to come out and say, you know, I want to make a change. Like, I saw this man, you know, out of many across the world be murdered in broad daylight, begging for his life, you know, and dying in front of the world. And most of the time, if you think about it, people have, you know, officers have an excuse like, oh, he was resistant and he was fighting back, so I had to take control and kill him, right? You have that visual from them all the time. But in this situation, it was more sensitive. It was a clear view on, no, his hands was behind his back. You know, it was 4 of you against 1 man. Like the amount of pressure you apply, the violence, the aggression, the tactics in which you're breaking up for. So you intended to kill this man. Breaking up? Is it clear now?
Yeah, better, sis.
Yeah.
So you know, like, you had the intent to kill this man, and people seen, you know, they were able to see this man lose his life and beg for his life for about a little over 8 minutes, right? And so with that being said, that's something that's really hard to deny. That's really hard to turn a cheek to. Some still do, right? Because they're in their feelings and their own bubble, and it just never gonna change. Don't give a fuck if it's not them or their people, right? But I would like to say, like, you know, like, you have New Zealand, you have Paris, you have people across the world, the nation, who is protesting this matter, like Black lives are being taken. So with that being said, brands, huge brands, have the responsibility, because they're under a microscope to say, oh no, even if I'm not going to do this after this is all said and done, I have to stand up and say something now, because Black people are the number 1 consumer in the world. We are the number 1 consumer, you know, mostly because we don't buy from each other, but that's a whole other topic. We buy from everybody else but ourselves. So that's all. So we make every other race, brand, company bigger, richer than anybody. So with that being said, they're like, wait a second, these are my consumers. So even if I don't intend to do shit after this is all over, I gotta say it. I gotta act like I'm gonna do it, right? So while we appreciate the effort, we've seen people lie to us term after term, year after year. Like even when it's time to, for presidency or to vote locally, you have people, oh, we're gonna do this for Black people, we're gonna do this with the Black vote, blah, 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 blah. They say all this stuff, and then they're in office, and then we get nothing, we see nothing, all the things that you was talking about.
Because they are controlled by big multi-million and billion-dollar companies,
right. So
my businesses. They have no control. Money is the control.
Yes.
That's why.
So my point is, you said we heard it all before. So I'm not upset with people for commenting and like, oh my God, and like to go back to what you said on Instagram. I'm not upset with people for saying like, oh, we heard that shit before. Fuck out of here. Like you ain't doing shit. Fuck out of here. I was showing proof. So I get that. And then I also get the other people who really are trying to figure out a way because they're just clueless and in their own bubble. But with that being said, I agree with you guys as well. We have to hold them accountable. And most importantly, we have to stick together because it's power in numbers. Because you have some people in our race who are saying, oh, Chanel saying they're going to help us out or whatever when this is all over, which I haven't heard from Chanel, but that's another story. But I'm using it as an example.
Well,
I'm using it as an example.
Girl.
As an example, like, oh, they said they're going to help our community. But there's some people who don't give a fuck if Chanel help us or not. They still going to get that bag.
They still going to buy it.
They still going to buy it.
And so use a fucking dummy.
Stick it together with the Black dollar.
Just like the Gucci's. Same thing.
But
that's Nicole, what's your take on this, Tiffany Nicole?
So we stick together economically with the Black dollar. It's a wrap for us.
I looked at all of them companies. Girl, like, okay, this one says something. Oh, most of them didn't. Yes. I looked at all of them.
I'm doing the same thing, just watching. Let me just check just to see.
But they didn't say nothing. They're not going to say
nothing because they know a lot of brands didn't even care that we wore their things, and people still bought it.
Well, they said that.
I mean, they still buy
out and said that.
Right.
Yeah, they still buy
this for you. They don't care.
Yeah.
All they care about is $1.
Guys, can we get to some of these comments before it's time to go?
Yes, let's do that. Let's do that.
Where y'all saw my sister finally tuned in live.
Hey, Brian.
Hey, that's what we do. We always forget, but hopefully with this movement, we will follow through.
Yes.
Don't get stuck in your comfort zone. At the end of the day, this is why we have to keep posting and keep finding out information, keep educating ourselves, and make sure we keep it out there and keep going. Because yes, people get stuck in their comfort zone. What else we got?
Spencer. We got Spencer. Spencer says, how about we advocate for a law where if someone is killed unjustly, they must serve life or death penalty?
I'm here for it.
I mean, we all want that.
He said, how about we advocate for a law where if someone is killed unjustly, they must serve a life or death penalty?
That'd be great. I bet you they won't. I bet you
that's not gonna happen.
Never do it. They would never do it.
This is why we need police reform. This is why we need them to be retrained. We need
Absolutely.
A new law. They got to be held accountable. The fact that they have a freaking a fund where it's for police brutality. So when they beat someone up, they want to sue. They got the money. They just throw it at the family, and everybody
going about their business. The police get suspended. They get to go on vacation for a week or two.
The police officers
until everything dies down, and then they back in the street.
You can't hold a freaking Target employee accountable for not being a good employee and treating the customer service accountable for when she suck her teeth at a customer. But
she'll get fired.
You can let a cop kill a whole person and not lose his job.
Right.
Like, are you kidding me?
For the kill a person, but absolutely no reason.
We all come from
they don't care. We don't matter to them.
We all come from the server life. We all been servers before. We know we'll lose our job quick, fast. We talk back to somebody that's asking for more ketchup or asking for extra napkins, and that's not our table. We'll lose our job and we'll be like, that ain't my table.
Of course, with the quickness too.
We'll lose our job if we
doing something
with somebody who had an attitude with us the whole time.
So
we gotta be the bigger person and show respect and try to diffuse the situation while somebody completely disrespecting us the whole time.
Disrespects us.
Exactly.
Yep.
Like they all need to be held accountable. Even if you're the partner of that cop doing wrong, you held accountable if you.
And that's why I understand. How dare you?
I thought about you, Kesey, also when I thought about how many hours it took for you to put in and time to put in for you to become a licensed cosmetologist. Do you understand? You put in more hours to become a licensed cosmetologist than a fucking cop. And
Wait, how many hours they put
he
in?
can freaking shoot a gun? Like, are you kidding
Girl,
me?
almost nothing.
Are you
Like,
kidding
nothing.
me?
That's
Like, it
insane.
takes
You
nothing
right.
for them to become a
You
cop.
right.
To be able to
How many hours they put in, sis? How many hours they gotta put in?
But you
think
need to
you
put in
need
those
like a high
hours to be
school
able to hold
degree
a
or
New
hot
York
home.
City is
How many hours they put in?
1,500 hours. 1,500 hours. And I went full time for 9 months. And I could barely work because that was job hours. I went to school 9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
Mhm.
9 months, 1,500 hours
That makes
to
you
do hair
gag.
that I was already doing before I ever got a license.
Sick.
That's
So
crazy.
yes, you're right.
Oh, John Carl said it's 840 hours to be exact to become a cop.
There you go.
You see?
So mine is like double.
That
That's
don't make no
crazy.
sense.
California is 1,800. Some places is more, some places a little less, but it's all more than that.
Don't make no sense. You gotta spend more
It
hours
doesn't.
to be able to hold a fucking hot comb than
Right.
you do
Girl.
to hold a gun.
Girl, to cut some hair extensions, okay?
Yes.
How does that make sense? Like, how does that make sense?
Girl.
I'm
That's
telling you,
insane. I never even thought
it's
about
the way
it like
they
that.
view
Wow.
their views. It's
I'm
all
getting hot.
screwed up.
I'm getting hot.
All screwed up.
It just makes
What
no sense.
other questions we got,
Um,
ladies?
Sanjay said one of the officers is out on bail that killed George Floyd. Yeah, I heard that last night, and I think
Yeah,
that's
I
absolutely
posted
insane.
He posted bail.
I don't
Yeah.
even understand why they have a bail. Like, they should not be. There should be no bail for any of them.
You
Period.
know what it
No, it
was?
shouldn't.
You know what it
No
is?
Because they
bail.
all in cahoots
Guess
together.
what?
The
Guess what,
judges in
sis?
cahoots with
If
the
I kill
DA, the
somebody,
DAs in cahoots
I'm
with
not
the
gonna get
lawyers, the
bail.
lawyers in cahoots with the precinct. They all work for each other. That's why
Yes.
he got bail. They all work. They all in cahoots together.
trying
The
to make
judges, the lawyers, the DAs, all of them. That's why he has bail.
They
And
trying to
let's
make
not forget because the
excuses
color
for
of his
the
skin
other
is
three
white, so he's
because
gonna
they
get it
just
easier.
started. They trying to make
Like-
excuses for them, but they just
Please
started.
don't even get me
I don't
started. What's the
care.
next question? I can't.
What it is, they're trying to make excuses for the other three because they literally was 3 weeks in or a couple of days in or whatever of work. And the
That's
one
so
guy
you
was
saw him
right.
killing
It
this
don't
man
matter,
and this
right?
shit.
And the one guy that was on his neck is
You have
veteran.
common
He's a
sense.
trainer.
You have common sense. You
They
have common
You
sense.
deserve to rot in jail because you are a follower and you
Exactly.
are a dummy.
At the end of the
Exactly.
day, I don't care about your training. You
It's
are
need
you
to
human
be
being.
human.
Pull us, what
Human.
are you doing?
No
Pull this man off of
humanity.
him. Come on.
No
Exactly.
humanity.
You don't
Well,
deserve
how
to be
about
a cop.
It's
No, but
humane.
how about you just
You know
get
right
up?
from wrong.
How
I
about
don't care if you
Exactly.
get up? It's
oh,
not
I
about
think we should pull him over to
How
the
about you
side.
get up?
You said it, but you didn't do it.
But
You
how about
didn't
just
man
get
up
up
and
just
do it.
stand up?
That's it.
Yeah.
Stand
And
up.
right. And they were all on his body too, except for the one who was playing lookout.
Exactly.
Come on. Come on. The one who went out on bail,
Just
he was
stand
on his
up.
body too.
I don't know which one is on bail, but I'm quite sure it's probably the one that was on his legs because
He
I
was
heard
the
his
one who was
lawyer.
on his
I
body.
heard
Yeah.
stupid ass lawyer, and because he's the only one that suggested to put George Floyd on his side, so he probably the one that got on parole. But either way, you suggested it meant nothing because you got on the ambulance and did some CPR on him meant nothing because you should have did something before he died.
Exactly.
You should have did something before he died. You should have put your big boy drawers on. I don't care that's your superior. I don't care that he's the one that trained you. You're a human being. You know right from wrong.
Yeah.
Period.
Wait, so
we
John
got
Carl
some
said
England
2
love in
pounds
the
of
house.
pressure. John Carl said 2 pounds of pressure is all it takes to break a bone. He intended to kill. 2
Thank
pounds of
you.
pressure.
Oh,
He
yeah,
had
I mean, he
his whole body
definitely
on
intended
him.
to kill,
Yeah.
hands down.
One and
He
one is
definitely
two.
intended to kill.
1 and 1 is 2.
That's
And then you have,
crazy.
and there's 3 of y'all. So
Oh,
he was more
Anthony
than
said
that.
it was
Y'all
the one
know
holding
y'all
his
was
leg. See, I told y'all. I had
Wait,
a feeling it was him.
Spencer said on the neck is out. I
Really?
think he was
No.
out.
No, he's not out.
He's not
Is
out.
he? Not to my
Not
knowledge.
that I know
I
of.
was told, I heard early on, before the 3 got arrested, that the one that was arrested on his neck got parole. I heard that before.
Parole?
I'm not parole.
That's
that
not
got on
parole.
bail. I
Yeah.
heard that, but I didn't follow up on that, so I don't know how true that is or not. So if he
Okay,
is
because
out,
I haven't heard that, but I know he's not the one we are all talking about right now. So if he did, then wow. But we're talking about somebody else in
yeah.
one
Yeah,
of
one
the
of
others.
the other ones got
Spencer's
out.
talking about the one that was on his neck was out on bail, but I haven't seen that. I'm
Yeah,
sure
no,
that
that's-
would have been
yeah,
out
that's
as
what I
well.
was
I haven't
saying.
seen that. I don't know how true that is.
It's definitely
Yeah,
not
Yeah,
the one we're
I don't
talking
know about
about.
that. I
But
thought
I
it
don't
was
put
somebody
nothing past
else.
them.
I ain't see it.
I don't put nothing past them, so who knows?
Absolutely not.
I'll have
It
to
could
go on.
Exactly.
definitely be true. But the one that I recently saw
Can't
was
be
out on bail
surprised.
is not him. It's another one.
It's another
No,
one.
there could
Yeah,
be
that's
two
what
of them
I
out.
heard that last night. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's the one that actually performed CPR on him in the ambulance. He's the one that actually tried to.
And furthermore,
We didn't see him in the ambulance.
Ambulance comes, they can do CPR. You really think you knew he was dead? You knew he was dead.
Well, he was dead before he ever got in the ambulance.
Exactly.
He was dead. He died
Exactly.
right there
And they
on the
knew
bed.
that.
on
Why they
camera.
pronounced him dead at the
They
hospital.
knew
Right
that.
on camera.
So don't pretend now to do CPR like you're doing something, trying to revive a life that's already gone. That'll make sense.
Ray Ray says we need to keep exposing the racists and hitting them where it hurts their jobs and their money. And just like Anthony
Hey,
said,
Taz.
to support our own. Exactly. We have to practice group
Absolutely.
economics.
Oh.
And I don't know if you guys know, there are tons of Facebook groups that are in support of Black owned businesses. So guys, look that up so that way you can just keep supporting in your community. That way you don't have to go too far, look into it, you know. And just like I saw a post that said, you know, if you don't like something, you support a Black business and you don't like their food or you don't like their service, that doesn't mean stop. Okay, you know, let them know about what they're doing wrong and then move on to the next Black owned business. Okay,
Exactly.
Thank you.
that's it.
You know how
That's
many
what they
times
do
I
on a
went to
regular
my favorite
restaurant. They go
restaurant,
on
got
a
some
white
shitty
owned
service,
restaurant,
but I
don't like
kept going
it,
back
and go back tomorrow.
because the food was bomb. But I'll try again. Hopefully, I get somebody else. Or I'll be like, I don't want that person.
Right.
Give me her. You know.
Right,
Be-
right.
At the end of the day, you don't stop. Stop trying to
Don't stop.
throw somebody under the bus and no, I don't deal with them anymore. Like we so quick to call it quits on our own
Right.
people and our own business
So
and
quick.
companies
Meanwhile,
because
you
we don't want to
supporting-
see people rise beside
People
us.
rise,
Like,
exactly.
Oh, Google her.
And
What
that's
she do
what's
about me?
wrong.
Fuck her.
And that's
Why
what's
is that
wrong.
why is that your
That
mentality?
is exactly what's wrong. Is that
All
we don't
right,
want to
guys,
support
I know
our
it's
own.
heavy.
We want to support
I know
the
it's getting
Black
heavy and
communities
we
and
want to keep
everything,
going,
and
but
not
we
each
got to
other.
wrap it up.
Sorry, sis. You're right.
I'm sorry. We got to
Sorry,
wrap it up,
let's go.
girls. I'm sorry. We got to
We
wrap
do
it
gotta
up.
wrap it up. We do.
It is 7:07. We are
How?
7 minutes in.
Oh.
Girl,
Wow.
I know.
That's a good
This happens
number.
to us it happens to us every
week.
show.
Yeah.
Every week. And we're like, and getting these comments
so
in.
my
It's a
sister
lot.
said Thomas Lane is the cop out on bail.
Right.
So if
and
there's
that's what
another one,
Ebony
y'all
said.
can put that below because I don't know. But Thomas Lane
And
is the
no,
one I heard
yeah.
about.
Spencer sent something to me, but he Spencer, if you're watching still, drop it in our Facebook comments
Yeah.
so we can see it. But
have a picture.
according to
Ebony-
Spencer, the main guy is out as well. Siobhan.
Ebony said that Thomas Lane is out on $750,000 bail. That's the one I heard about. So
Okay, yeah.
I'm
It's
assuming
about that
now
too. Same
the
here,
other guy
Drea.
might have been out
Okay.
prior.
So that's not Chauvin.
That's
Right.
not Chauvin. Okay,
not
so
Chauvin.
yeah, Spencer saying
But
Chauvin
Spencer's
is out
saying-
on bail, but we need
Yeah.
some receipts of Spencer. So drop that in our comments, please, because we need to see that and we need to expose their ass. Because if he's out, the public should have known. Because we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
They
it's like
don't even put
they want to
bad
provide
news
more
on
protection
Black
for them
people.
more
They
than
don't
anything
put-
else. They don't
They
care.
don't put news on white people unless it's bad. Not even.
Girl.
Well, this is bad because he don't need
It's
to be
good.
out on bail. This is bad.
Right.
So we should know. It's public
Right.
information. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, it seems like we're gonna have to have a Black Lives Matter Part 3, obviously.
We're gonna keep this going.
Yeah, I mean, this is what's happening in the world today. So tune in every week for this, for real.
You know, right. So guys, you can tune in every week. Bring your questions, bring your information, bring your Black Lives Matters t-shirt support. Let us know where we can get it
That's
from.
it.
Bring your
Let
Black
us know.
businesses.
Inform us. Let us know what's going on.
Right. Bring
Let us
Bring your
know
Black
Black
businesses.
businesses.
If you know of a Black business,
Let's shout out some Black businesses next time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Let
if
us
you
all
know,
share information. Let's go.
Yep.
Wait, who's reading this?
We have the petition the White House on the issues that matter to you. We the people. We have the
no, I'm
petition
closing out.
.whitehouse.gov, and you can email the new bill 2020@gmail.com.
And that organization basically is trying to update the Constitution. You know, the Constitution is the same from the past 200 years. So basically, they want to get it updated because when you think about it, every 40 to 50 years, there is a whole new generation. So we should not be living with a Constitution that's made from 200 years ago. So
Facts.
go on-
Because we wasn't even a thought in the Constitution when it
Right.
was
So
made.
you go on and sign that petition. It's to help us at the end of the day. And hopefully
Exactly.
we can get the Constitution revised every 20 to 30 years because that's what's needed. You can go, Andrea.
There's also Fund Racial Justice. You can donate at Black Visions Collective. It's a Black, trans, and queer led organization that is committed to dismantling systems of oppression and violence and shifting the public narrative to create transformative long-term change. We have numbers, the numbers to call in case of unlawful arrests at protests. We have Los Angeles, 310-313-3700.
Well, you guys can take a screenshot.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
It's a screenshot.
Yeah.
All this information is going to be available at the Phoenix Jewels on our pages. Anybody else want to take over?
And just lawyers offering pro bono legal aid to protesters.
Yes.
So if you know anybody that needs the service, please spread the word, you know, and just let them know that they have
Screenshot.
some support. Yes, take a
Screenshot
screenshot.
this as well.
Screenshot.
And even if you don't know somebody, you probably will. So screenshot
Right.
it and pass it on.
Right.
So the
Okay.
movement is going to continue.
We have a lot of people saying, run it back, Jean Carl, Anthony Petaway, is the podcast needs to be more than an hour. Ray saying, keep it going. Spencer DeLand saying 15 more minutes.
I just want to shout.
I know.
I just want to shout out my cousin real quick from England. She stayed up late to watch us. Ray, Raquel, who you know? That's Rachel.
Oh, that's Ray. Hey.
That's my
Thank
cousin.
you so
Yeah.
much for the
I
support.
see you, Zaman. How you doing?
Thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate
Yeah.
you staying and, you know, rocking with us. We appreciate that.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Yes.
It means a lot to us. It really does.
Yes, it does.
Also, guys,
right.
remember, if there's anything you want us to touch on, we are still doing Black Lives Matter, but any other topic and Black Lives Matter, whatever falls under that, if you want us to speak on something, please
Exactly.
leave it in the comments. You can email us. You can, you can Instagram us at the Phoenix Jewels. You can hit our Facebook at the Phoenix Jewels. You can Twitter us, Phoenix_Jewels, and you can email us at bookphoenixjewels@gmail.com. I got that right this time, right? I've been messing that one all the way up because everything else is the Phoenix Jewels. But yes,
Yep.
please, like if you anything you want to hear from us, any information that you know and we may not know, please pass it on. We do not want to be stingy with any information when it comes to this. We
Exactly.
all need to know. We all need to be aware. So please send.
And if you guys want to be a guest on our show, we'd love to have you. So please feel free to DM us, you know, on all our social media. Reach out to us. We'd love to have you with your opinions,
Yes.
you know, your comments, your questions. We love it.
Yes. Anthony said I have a huge topic. Send that topic.
Send that
Anthony.
topic. We
Let's go.
can't wait.
Oh, snap.
He said a huge topic. Oh boy.
Yes.
So once again, guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate
guys.
you. And we will see you next Thursday at 6 p.m. Facebook Live. And you can check out our Zoom ID. We'll post that, keep you posted. Thank you so much, guys. We love you and thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank
thank
you
you.
very much.
Black
Phoenix
Lives
Jewels,
Matter.
y'all. Phoenix Jewels,
Black
y'all.
Lives Matter. Hey,
Black lives.
Hey,
Jewels
Black
for
Lives
change.
Matter.
Jewels for justice.
Yes.
Symphony Crafton is so cute. Look at her dancing.
Black Lives
Hey.
Matter.
Hey.
That's it.
Yes, sis.
This
That
mom
one
will find
is
out
so
forever.
cool.
Let me see
Black
that
Lives Matter. Hey, hey.
We got the all black and we got
Lives
the
Matter.
forever.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Okay.
Black
Okay.
Lives Matter.
Okay. Okay.
Hey.
Okay. Okay.
Black Lives Matter. Hey,
Hey.
let's go.
Hey, let's go.
Black
Let's
Lives
go.
Matter. And until Black Lives Matter, all lives can't matter.
Facts.
So stop
That's
it.
right.
Period.
Say it, sis. Tell them again. I ain't hear that. Say it again.
All right,
Say it again.
guys.
What was that? What was that, Casey? Say it again.
Say it again, sis.
Until Black
Good
Lives
night.
Matter, all lives cannot matter.
Period.
So stop it.
Period.
Period.
Exactly.
That's what this movement is for. Let's go.
Let's go.
Lord.
Black Lives Matter. Hey, hey. Black Lives Matter.
Oh, Lord.
Hey.
Love you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.